Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palettes. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn Liu, Seth Geis, and from the Pastani Studio, Jiunn McTavish. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
I'm I'm happy to be here doing recaps with you guys instead of watching my Jets get completely blown out by a
Oh, what's the score?
junior grade Miami Dolphins team that is terrible. So the Jets once again have they're playing down to every opponent they face. Like, we almost beat the Ravens, but now we're gonna blow ourselves out against the Dolphins. It's just like
By the way,
I'd
Mike
much rather be here with you
McDaniels.
guys.
No, no, hold on. What's the head coach name for the Dolphins?
Mike
Mike,
McDaniels, yep.
Mike
McDaniel?
McDaniels, right?
Yep.
He looks like he is on fentanyl or like something. Like he looks.
So,
He needs
so
to.
there's
He's on
there's
something.
there's a really funny YouTube video that shows his progression of his years in Miami, and how he started out just kind of looking like a nerd, and then the hair gets slicked back, and then it looks like he's got the shakes, and then the final one is like full Miami mode, like it just looks like he's doing bumps between each.
Yeah, man. He looks
Yeah,
so drugged out.
he does. He's not looking good. He's not looking healthy. He's got to make sure he's taking care of himself.
Mhm.
Anywho,
All right. So today we are talking about the EP Carrillo Connecticut Robusto. Cigar is 5 inch by 50, comes out of the Casa Carrillo factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper is Ecuadorian Connecticut. Binder is Honduran Criollo 98. Filler is from Dominican Republic and Honduras. Blended by Ernesto Perez Carrillo. Price point is $9.25. Cigar was released in June of 2025, and we picked these cigars up from Blue Smoke of Dallas. So if you're in the Dallas area, be sure to stop in for a bunch of cigars and say hi to Jay and yeah, just smoke cigars. Say hi to Jay. That's all you need to do. All right. So with all that out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like with the cigar?
Um, I I so I like the flavors I got out of it, but I thought the flavors are too thin. So like, kind of like typical Connecticut shade type stuff where cedar hay, lemon zest, some roasted nuts, but the flavors in themselves are nice, but I need it to be fuller. At times it kind of felt like I was just blowing smoke. So if the cigar was able to dial up the flavors that I had, I would have really liked it a lot more. I may have thought that it would be good in some parts, but because it was kind of borderline being bland, I thought it was just kind of average.
All right, Seth, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was an average, Connecticut flavor profile. I thought the cigar looked really good. Cream, cedar, some faint coffee, touches of sweet spices, a little bit softer than I want, just under medium. Really consistent from beginning to end. Great burn and draw though, I'll say so. It's just kind of a, you know, affordable standard Connecticut. John?
yeah, I'm gonna expand on that in the final thoughts, but same as you guys. I mean, it's a Connecticut. It's not your it's not necessarily your grandfather's Connecticut, but if you're looking for a Connecticut, this is kind of it. This is kind of there's no surprises. So in a lot of ways, it's quite pleasant. It's very balanced. Great notes of creamy tobacco, soft wood, cinnamon, cocoa. But like June said, and just by the nature of blending a Connecticut, you can only go to a certain point with the flavor profile. So for me, I thought the second third had the best complexity. I thought it kind of peaked there with just the flavor combinations, but overall, it was pleasant, but it was average because that's kind of what a Connecticut is. But at $9, it's pretty good value, I think. Construction for me was also excellent, which goes to show that guys can put out a $9 cigar flawless. Why can't people put out a $20 cigar that's flawless? Makes no sense. Yeah. Aaron, what about you?
Yeah, for me, this cigar started with lightly toasted cedar and some burning paper. Got some light earth that joined in pretty quickly, and the burning paper lightened up. Later, the light creaminess joined in. Second third saw the toasted cedar and earth increase in fullness, and the burning paper also picked up a bit. Got some black pepper that later joined in. Then the cedar gained a light char, and the burning paper increased some more. Final third saw the burning paper increase and the earth mellow. Then the black pepper increased a bit as the cedar lost the char and went back to a mid-level toast. Perfect construction for me, so no issues in regards to that. But just an average start. That was pretty mellow, kind of going along with what Jiunn was saying. Second third took a step down as the burning paper picked up and the cedar became charred. Profile kind of remained at that level for the remainder of the cigar. Burning paper really just kind of set the cigar off on the wrong track. So kind of a detriment to a possible good start in the first third, but the profile never really could drop it. So just couldn't get around that for me. I kind of find this as an issue with a lot of the lower priced Connecticut shade offerings. So it was kind of a bummer to see it appear here, but definitely not a cigar I'm gonna come back to. All right, let's get into the scores. We're gonna start at the top with John at 6.1. Jiunn and Seth both give it a 5.75. I give it a 4.68. So, John, how about that 6.1 matchup for you?
Yeah, matched up well. The score is a bit maybe kind of it's a little distracting because you think it's 6-1, but like if I was looking for Connecticut, it's a $9 Connecticut that checks every Connecticut box. I would smoke this, but it's 6-1. For me, Connecticut's just an offering that I'm not going to smoke on the regular because, like Jiunn was saying, it's a bit thin. There's not a lot going on for me. So, and I don't want to smoke just to smoke. I want to smoke for something interesting and engaging. But hey, $9 Connecticut. If I wanted to smoke Connecticut with my coffee, I would definitely smoke this.
All right, Jiunn, 5.75.
Yeah, average cigar, plenty of better Connecticut share offerings out there for similar price point as well. So really no need to revisit.
All right, Seth, 5.75.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a cigar. I think Jiunn makes points, John makes good points. I think you make good points. It's one of those things. It's just kind of, yeah, it's affordable. I don't know. It's not something I'd come back to just because it's affordable, though. I'd spend
Yeah.
some more money on another Connecticut. But I mean, if you're looking for, I mean, if you're telling me I have to smoke something from EP Carrillo of the recent stuff I'd smoke, I'd say, yeah, this is the what smoke. It's probably the best thing he's done.
Yeah. My 4.68 matches up well. It's a subpar flavor profile. That burning paper note and stuff that just it's not. I can't do it with Connecticut shade. The profile's too nuanced and things like that to be able to handle that. That it's once it's there, it's really hard to shake it. And it's very rarely done. So yeah, sub fives. I wouldn't come back to this. Yeah, even with the coffee. So all right. Final thoughts from you guys on this cigar.
Even with the coffee.
Yeah.
Love it.
You build the coffee.
You
Shade
know it's
throw.
bad when you're like, oh, you want some coffee with that cigar? You're like, I'd rather just drink the
No,
coffee.
Yeah.
just drink
I
water.
really think it's one of the best things. I think it's really one of the better releases he's done recently. It's the most basic and simple thing. It's really affordable. But then, John makes the valid point, like, how can you make what's wrong with the fact that we're making these very affordable cigars better than they're making these premium sticks? It's
Yeah. And so my issue with Connecticut's it's not, well, I should say my issue. It's like to me, for those who are beer drinkers, it's like a pilsner, right? Like a pilsner beer can only be a certain thing, which is a pilsner, and lots of people love pilsners. But with no offense to the pilsner drinker out there, it's relatively uncomplicated. Like it's not a particularly sophisticated profile. It only can be one thing, and so a really good pilsner is not going to be a stout. It's not going to be an IPA. It's not going to be this layered creamy lager. Like to me, that's what a Connecticut is. Like it's a very straightforward profile. It has 3 or 4 flavor notes, and if it's done well, then the 4 notes are balanced. The cigar is not particularly strong, and there you have it. And you can smoke it for breakfast. And so, like, I think by the definition of that profile, it's going to be really hard to make a 10-point Connecticut because there's just not enough there to make a 10-point Connecticut. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a victim of its own profile, at least for me.
an Italian Pilsner, everyone. If the Italians can make a
It's an
good
Italian
beer,
pilsner.
But the
then
thing
it's just
is, a good Pilsner is like very sessionable. right?
Yes.
Oh, I love a good
Yeah,
Take a
yeah,
few
Pilsner,
yeah.
but it's
down.
nothing, but you're not
Right.
expecting anything.
No.
When I order a Pilsner,
It's because it's hot out.
yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
looking, I'm like,
basically.
oh man, I
You
really
just want to
want
crush.
something.
Yeah.
I really want like a beer with depth. No, man, I'm just wanting a little,
You want some sophisticated bubbles.
Yeah.
it's like, well, you don't know champagne, I'll have a Pilsner.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
You're like, I'm an
Yeah.
everyday man.
That's right.
Pilsner,
I'm an
please.
everyday man. I drink my pills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Remember to catch this video. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Follow us on the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
I got the
I,
thrills for the pills.
I could go for a Pilsner now too.